Yeshua said, "This sky will pass away, and the one above it will also pass away. The dead have no life, and the living have no death. On days when you ate what was dead, you made it alive. When you are in the light, what will you do? When you were one, you created two. But now that you are two, what will you do?" So here we come upon one of those passages that is full of metaphysical mystery and hints, clues. Here we have a Yeshua of the more Gnostic variety, where noetic understanding is the only way to approach, where Zen koan type of transmission is what is handed to us. So we are given this puzzle, not fully unexpected, because all the parables are puzzles, all the visuals are puzzles, all the references and metaphors are signs pointing to something else. So when he asks unexpectedly, "When you are in the light, what will you do?" This is a parallel question to, "But now that you are two, what will you do?" So he begins telling us of the transience of all things, even in the higher dimensions, and then brings us down to earth with "the dead have no life and the living have no death," suggesting to us in this way that even with the passing away of all things, even the heaven above the heavens, the living spirit has no death. That which is materially dead is gone. That can be witnessed. But that which is alive, even when all will pass away, has no death. He is sketching something of another reality for us. Profoundly paradoxical. We are mortal and yet not. And then he journeys us further by saying those strange words. We've heard something like this before. "On days when you ate what was dead, you made it alive." That is to say, consuming the material so that it can live in your spiritual presence. It becomes alive in your eye of the universe, becoming conscious of itself, integrated into that timeless presence. Ultimate alchemy and transmutation happening in the most ordinary of our human daily behavior. Imagine if we were so attuned, so conscious, that with every bite of everything we took in, we were mindful of this phenomenon, that we were alchemists, priests of creation in that moment. That is a level of vigilance and presence that is referred to when the Master says, "Watch, do not sleep. Be ready, be alert." Here at the heart of his revelation is the call to vigilance, to consciousness, to vividness of existence in the moment, in the now, where eternity breaks into time, where alone the beloved one, the one, can be found. And this is where he tells us, "When you were one, you created two. When you were one, you created two. When we entered into this three-dimensional world of matter and mortality and time, we moved from being one in the spirit realm to the duality, body, spirit, mortality, immortality, loss of identity, forgetfulness, insanity of the human condition, separateness from the all. When you were one, you created two. In the very nature of existence calls us into a duality, even though we come from unity. And so the Master says, what will you do? Having gone from the one to the two, what will you do, he asks, when you are in the light? Such a strange question after saying to us, on days when you ate what was dead, you made it alive. When you are in the light, what will you do? When you are living the spirit realm, where you do not eat dead things to make them alive, that belongs to this realm, this temporary journey. How will we live as ourselves in the light, in that oneness that we come from? How will we readapt, recognize our true nature, our true home, from the realm of duality, and life and death, existential angst, supreme weakness of survival, illness, etc. Forgetfulness of our home in the light, of our oneness. What will we do? What will we do while we are here? What will we do when we are there? How will we be able to return to the one if we do not become aware of it now, in this self-created duality? Therefore, we are called to recover the oneness now. That's what he's telling us. What will you do? What will we do? Return to God through this mortal coil, through this world of contradictions and seeming separateness. We will reunite with the one which is our true identity, not merely something we head towards, something we've lost, something grander infinitely than we are. We are also returning to ourselves. Be mindful of where you come from, he's saying behind all these strange words. Remember, dare to know that you are from the light. Live now remembering that you came from there and are returning there. And thereby integrate this identity of yours as spirit in matter, as a spiritual being having a human experience, and a human experience that relaunches the spiritual being toward their true home. And then we have consciousness of our spiritual nature in time. That's the true worship of God, worship in spirit. And that's when real blessing manifests through us, with us, around us.